Good evening to all.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everybody.
Shall we start, sir?
Yeah.
One second. One second. Good evening, everybody. On behalf of Professional Development Committee of the Western India Regional Council, the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, I welcome all of you for the today's webinar on Cost and Management Accountant. Yes.
Hello, madam. Audio is very low.
One second, sir. Now, okay, sir?
No, it is not okay. Still, it is very on lower side.
Sir, it is normal for everyone. So you kindly adjust your.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, you are right. We
Thank
can
you.
hear you properly.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
We can properly.
Thank you. On behalf of Professional Development Committee of the Western India Regional Council, the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, I welcome all of you for the today's webinar on the Cost and Management Accountant can be a game changer of MSME units. Our today's speaker is CMA Alokesh Datta, sir. He is a Bachelor of Science from Kolkata University and a fellow member of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. He is a practicing cost and management accountant and a registered GST practitioner. He is the immediate past chairman of the Institute of Cost Accounts of India, Bilaspur chapter, and past task force member of the WRC, Cooperative Trust, MSME and banking sector. He is having more than 40 years of industry experience in finance, auditing, costing, budgetary control, taxation, project financing, company law matters, and consultation in various fields, especially for MSME sectors. He is an activist for MSME sectors and continuously helping several MSME units. He is regularly conducts live streaming in LinkedIn, YouTube, etc. social media platform about different aspects of professional interest and a corporate trainer. He also develop and maintain a website, CMA Guide India, for helping CMA fraternity. He is the founder partner of Alokesh Datta and Company, senior partner of RM Bansal and Company, MP Turakia and Associates, and proprietor of Alokesh and Associates, all cost and management accounting firm. Now I welcome sir, and now I request sir to kindly start the session, sir.
Thank you, Puyanka.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
For giving me an opportunity to address the WRC members. I am addressing in various platforms in LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, etc. from my own ID. And this is the first time, rather it is the second time I am addressing WIRC member. Previously, we have organized a webinar, 4 days webinar in the banner of Bilaspur chapter of Cost Accountant along with the MSME Board of Institute of Cost Accountant of India 4 days webinar. And we have a very good session for 4 day sessions, and other speakers, among other speakers, I have also participated in that webinar. Now today, your Vice Chancellor, CMA Arindam Goswami, is my younger brother, has requested me to take a session in the webinar in the Western India Regional Council platform. And as MSME is always my favorite subject, I start here from MSME sector. And I have a very good materials, a number of materials in different aspects of MSME sector. But for starting, I must thankful to Arindam Goswami, my younger brother, to give me the opportunity. Now let us start today's topic. What is the today's topic? Today's topic is a cost accountant can be a game changer of a MSME unit. It means if you are a cost accountant, you can help a lot to the MSME units. And for practicing cost accountants, I must give them advice or suggestion that you just try to help the MSME units because actually they need the help. I have traveled throughout the India and attended many MSME units so that I have gathered some first-hand knowledge from the MSME units and to have the knowledge of their problems and how to tackle them and sort out their problems. And based on my experience and my knowledge, I'm sharing my knowledge to you so that you can also help the MSME units, because today MSME is a very big part of our Indian economy. If the MSME units is not developed properly, the Indian economy cannot be developed. So starting from that point of view, I start this topic, how a cost accountant be a game changer for the MSME units. Now let us start my PowerPoint presentation. Is it visible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Anyone can? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So shall I start?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you want to help the MSME units, you have to know who are the MSMEs and what stands for MSME. Then only you can help them. MSME means micro, small, medium enterprises. Recently, in 2020, July, Government of India has changed the definition of MSME units. And here is the latest definition of MSME units. For micro enterprises, turnover limit is 5 crores. That means, and investment in plant and machinery limit is 1 crore. That means if you have turnover of 5 crores maximum and investment maximum 1 crore in plant and machinery, and you will come under micro enterprises. For small enterprises, turnover limit is 50 crores and investment limit is 10 crores. For medium enterprises, turnover limit is 250 crores and investment limit is 50 crores. Turnover 250 crores, investment limit is 50 crores. Here is the come in the our role. For medium enterprises, tax cost audit, because the turnover has increased beyond 100 crores. So from cost audit point of view, also medium enterprises is our target client. Now, as per the revised definition, MSME now comprising of manufacturing sector, service sector and trading units. Previously that was not there, and trading units was not covered under MSME. Now they are covered, but with some restrictions. Now, at present, MSME contributes 29% of the GDP of the Indian economy. And 50% of the export of this country comes from MSME units. So, you must recognize that the thrust of the economy rests on MSME only. So, we should encourage the MSME units. We should help the MSME units. By turn, you will also get work from them. And this is a virgin practicing field. I'm telling you, everybody, every cost and management accountant who are in practice goes after internal audit or cost audit or GST audit or GST practitioner and income tax. The MSME sector is still now untouched, as because most of the cost accountants are ignorant about the deficiencies of MSME units and what they need and how can we help. One thing I must want to know from each of you, how many cost accounting firms registered in MSME? MSME is a Government of India undertaking, Government of India ministry. It's a ministry of MSME. You have to register. Each and every cost accounting firm must register under MSME to get benefit in the tendering procedure. Just like my firm, I'm getting benefit of EMD deposit and tender fees deposit as a MSME unit. So I request, if there are cost accounting firm or practicing cost accountant, they must enroll their firm in the MSME, that is Uddam. Next, this is the structure of MSME, starting from ministry, secretary level, and after that there are very different divisions and assistant secretary, joint secretary, and divisional commissioner, like this. This is the hierarchy of Ministry of MSME. Our most important part is Office of Development Commissioner. You will see in the next slide that where the offices of the Development Commissioner rest in throughout the India. This is the map, location map of MSME Development Organization, where the Development Commissioner is sitting. And if you want to help any MSME unit, you must go through Development Commissioner and Development Organization, DC office. In colloquial language, this is DC office. You have to go through that because they have the entire, they are the executable part of MSME ministry, and you have to go to that them for execution of different schemes and to get the help of government for MSME units. Next, now, first thing, if a small unit is not registered under MSME, he will not get any benefit of MSME sector from Government of India. To get the benefit of MSME of the government's different scheme and benefits, you must be registered under Uddam. Previously, that there was Uddog Aadhaar registration, but that has been stopped, and now only Uddam registration is available. And Uddam registration is a matter of 5 minutes job. Any organization provide Aadhaar card, PAN card, GST number is more than sufficient for registering in the Uddam registration. But for partnership, you have to give the details of every partner. For company, you have to give all the details of all the directors. Now, how you will register? I will show you exactly how you can show this in the just loading this. This is the site of Ministry of MSME, micro, small, medium enterprises. This is the site. You will find a lot of links in the Google who are giving the registration of MSME, Don't fall in the trap of that link. These are all unofficial, and after giving the details, you will find that they are asking money. For MSME units, government is not charging any single farthing for anybody, whether it is a proprietorship, partnership, or company. Here is the link. This is Uddam registration. This is Uddam registration. Uddam registration online. You have to click if you want to go registration in under MSME. You have to click this one. Yes, I am clicking. Here you will this is a link which is displayed after clicking the MSME units. You have to go there. This is the only government portal. Here you will find several links. This is the link for new portal, new registration. That means who is not ever registered under MSME Government of India. But if you already registered under Udyog Aadhaar, you will have to link this column. For the sake of simplicity, if we take this one for new entrant, this side will be clicking. Here is the form for filling up. First, you have to give the Aadhaar number and next for the name of the entrepreneur. That means name as per Aadhaar. For partnership firm, managing partner should give their Aadhaar number and Aadhaar his name. For company, managing director should give his Aadhaar number and his name. And then after verification of his Aadhaar number, they will the next step will come, and I am not going along through the process because this is a basic detailed exercise which is not come under the purview of this webinar. And this is the system of registering a unit in the MSME that is under Uddam. Challenges faced by MSME. Now, after registering MSME units or those who have already registered in the MSME, they are facing several challenges. What are the challenges? First, they have faced lack of financial assistance. Lack of financial assistance in what? Lack of financial assistance in working capital, scarcity money of expansion, upgradation of equipment, and new introduction of new technology. They don't have money for working capital, day-to-day work. They don't have money for expansion or upgradation or bring a new technology, which is very much required to compete with the big giants or to be in the competitive market. New technologies, upgradation, expansion is must. So they need the financial assistance. There is a lack of financial assistance. First challenge they are facing. Next, lack of ability to compete. That means if you have no technology upgradation, how can you compete with the large sector? If you have to compete with the large sector, you have to be well equipped. Next, difficulties in marketing. Another aspect is, as the MSME unit is a small unit and they don't have much capital or working capital, they are not be very competent or very easy for them to do marketing. A big company can add in the television or they can add in the social market, social media. They can also advertise in print media like this. But in MSME unit, this is something difficult. So fourth point is difficulty in marketing. Fourth point is high labor turnover. What do we mean by labor turnover? Labor turnover means labor intake and outtake. That means labor joining and after some days they left the organization. What is the reason? The reason is the MSME unit paying capacity is less. If a person learn the work, experience in the MSME unit, and after that he will get a better job, he will obviously leave the MSME unit and join in that company. Even in the one MSME to another MSME, there is a changeover. So there is a high labor turnover we are feeling, we are observing. Next point is high data turnover. High data turnover means MSME unit basically deal with the government sector. And you know, the bill passing system in the government of any government office is very tough. There are many tables through which his bill goes through. And for that reason, there is a very big gap between supply of material or providing service and getting the money. I, as a cost accounting firm, my firm has billed in the month of October in public sector after rendering cost audit and different, and still today I have not got the money because there are several procedures in the government office and they have to fulfill all the requirements of their own. So data turnover increased in comparison to the large companies, because large company will go to the government office and get the bill cleared through whatever the means they are adopting. But for MSME unit, it is very difficult to go to the door-to-door government office. Even they go to the government office, nobody will give them response. I have seen in my personal life, as because I was from a big multinational, big public sector undertaking, Coal India Limited. I have seen that MSME units are loitering in the corridor for passing their bills. It's a really pity affair. Next, lack of business expertise. That's because the MSME units are very small in terms of capital, in terms of equipment, and in terms of knowledge. So they lack business expertise. Where if large business houses recruit an MBA or engineer or a professional, cost accountant, chartered accountant, but in a MSME unit, it can't be possible for a few, except for a few. Next, another challenge is there are a lot of compliances in case of company, MSME unit, and the cost of the compliance is today is very high. So they can also fail to comply with all the statutory requirements because of lack of working capital. So these are the challenges they have to face, they are facing. And in my opinion, this is not exhaustive list. There must be some other reasons, but these are the predominant and these are the very crucial points which we have to address. And our next target is, next slide is the different government scheme to combat the above challenges. The government has launched, Government of India has launched several schemes. I have counted more than 216 schemes under different department of Ministry of Government of India. What are the schemes? Basically, there are 4 or 5 categories. That is one for financing support. Another is overall development of MSME sector. Third is training facility, marketing facility, etc. Fourth is foreign collaboration. These are the major 4 categories I have found in after going through the detailed MSME scheme. You can have the detailed government scheme here. I'll show you. Just a minute. Yes. This one. Here is the scheme. This is the scheme for MSME units. This is updated up to November 2022. After that, there is no new addition, only for champion scheme. You can see there are, I'll show the schemes. You can have this list of scheme and detailed scheme in the MSME website. That is Uddamada registration. This is the scheme. So see how many scheme is there. There are every aspect. Government has formulated different scheme for different purpose, and you have to go through that. The time is very short, so I am not going through all the schemes today because today's focus is how we can help the MSME units. So before going to help them, you have to study. Now, how to face the challenges. Till now, you have understood who are the MSME units, what is the impact of MSME units in government of Indian economy, what are the challenges they are facing, where are the offices situated, and how the organization hierarchy I have already discussed. Now, after learning the challenges they are facing, now come to the crucial part, that how to face the challenges. But facing the challenges, there are several points. In my opinion, there are a lot of ways to face the challenges, but in my opinion, these points are not only important, but also need of the hour. Number one point is avail various government schemes available for financial assistance. Government, I have shown you the scheme list of schemes of the government of India. There are 216 schemes. Out of that, 6 schemes are for financial assistance. Next, introduction of latest technology and upgradation of existing plant and machinery. It means they have to adopt latest technology. They have to upgrade existing plant and machinery to compete with the larger sector. Explore new market access. That means they have to explore the new market, national and international. Whether it should be a national market, it should be international market. They should participate in different exhibition, trade fair, MSME expo, etc. That can be organized in domestic environment or an international exhibition. That means they have to explore new market. If they don't explore the new market, how can they have the customer? Because in government, in Indian economy, larger units are predominant. In spite of the need of the MSME units, larger units are very good approach with the different business organization. They are getting the orders. But MSME units have to explore new markets where big giants are not going, or if they go, or they are also participating, they have to fight for their own establishment. Introduction of different incentive scheme to combat the labor turnover. If you introduce different incentive scheme, you have to be some justice, do some justice to the labor who can hurt for your organization, and you can, to some extent, you can reduce the labor turnover. Next, MSME Samadhan scheme. What is MSME Samadhan scheme? MSME Samadhan scheme is for data turnover ratio. In the recently government has launched a Samadhan scheme where if you attach MSME certificate of your organization along with the bill invoice, the party, that means your customer, must pay the bill within 45 days. If they are not paying within 45 days, you can have a tools to complain against that party. So you can have the tools. These tools, most of the MSME units do not know. A few months back, I addressed MSME units of Durg district of Chhattisgarh, and they are astonished. Is it possible? I told them, yes, it is possible, and that is a government scheme. And after that, they have adopted this scheme. Many of them telephone me that, sir, I am thankful to you. This is workable, and we are getting money. Next, upskill your entrepreneurship. The person who, if you are a proprietor or a managing partner or a managing director, you have to upskill your entrepreneurship. For that also, government has different schemes. You have to tap on that. As a cost accountant, you should know where an MSME units take benefit out of the different government scheme. That's why you have to know how to face the challenges. Then can you only address the challenges and guide the client for their upliftment. Let's try to avail services of professional. Here comes our role. MSME unit should try to take the services of professional. But frankly speaking, if you are charging maximum amount, the normal amount as you charge to another big company, they will not be able to take your guidance. So my request is for MSME units, you must consider that fees as far as practicable for you, because you will also have organization, establishment cost and working cost. So you have to be rational and to some extent liberal for MSME unit so that they can get the service of yours. Fullest benefit of the defined government scheme for various ministries. There are, I already told that there are 216 MSME schemes for different government department, and you have to learn. And a cost accountant should learn all the states I have already discussed, but facing the challenges so that he can guide his client and he can improve the situation of the MSME units. Next, now we have learned what are the MSME units, what are their challenges, how to face the challenges. Now our role comes here. Cost accountant's role as a game changer. What are the 4 points which we can broadly classify? We have a lot of list you will see in the next slides, but I have categorized them in 4 categories. Number 1, fund management. Your first and foremost duty is to manage their fund so that always they have sufficient working capital, whether it is a loan capital or whether it is a own capital, whether it is a borrowed capital. You have to apply your different techniques, which we will discuss later on in this webinar. That is for fund management. Next, financial consultancy, including tax consultancy. Because MSME units don't have knowledge about tax and finance aspects. So they need our guidance. Number 3 points is strategic cost management technique. There are several techniques, cost management techniques, which I will going to discuss in the latter part of the seminar, webinar. 4th point is consultation of government scheme. First, you have to read and understand each and every scheme. I'm repeatedly telling that each and every scheme you have to learn and you have to understand the what scheme, because all the scheme is not applicable for all the units. So what are the schemes applicable for which unit? Which scheme is applicable for which unit? You have to analyze and guide them. For that, you have to learn and consult and give consultation to them for finance, modernization, upskillment, marketing, overall development, training, etc. These are the different parts of their improvement, and you have to study the different scheme. So that's why I have shown you the scheme details of the scheme, and you will have, it is not my property, it is the property of the government of India, and it is available in the MSME, Ministry of MSME site, you will get it. And if anybody cannot find it, and there are a lot of schemes which have been abandoned, so give me a mail, I will provide you in PDF format. Next, after, there are 4 broad areas which we have already learned. A cost accountant can work for the MSME unit. Now, specific step. There are the specific step which we can take, or areas where we can specifically help them. Number 1, understanding and implementation of various schemes launched by Government of India providing credit facility of MSME unit. I've already discussed for funding, for understanding and implementation of various schemes. You have to implement the scheme in the MSME unit. Then only they can get benefit. Next, for different scheme, you need to prepare the project report, whether it is a working capital loan or whether it is a term loan. You have to prepare the project report. So this is the point. If you do not know how to write a project report or working capital or term loan, please give me a mail. I will give you another PPT how to write a good project report for working capital and term loan. Next point is consultation for best scheme. There are a lot of schemes, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 schemes for different financial help. But you have to choose the best scheme suited for the particular unit, keeping in view their requirement, their size, and nature of the business. Here is your role. They can assess which scheme is applicable for them. You have to go through it and choose them a right scheme. Consultation for fund syndication. What is fund syndication? Fund syndication means if there are 2, 3 units of a particular proprietor or under a particular group, you can group together and you can syndicate the total funds to better utilization among the own group. Consultation for data control and get the benefit of scheme available for early recovery of the debt. Data control, I have already told, that is a Samadhan scheme for getting early dues from the client or customers. Consultation for best technology. Best technology, there are a lot of technology for different industries, but you have to judge which industry technology is suited for the particular unit. Again, I am telling, they are ignorant. When I visited different MSME units, I learned that they are really ignorant. They don't know, they only know how to get the manufacturing and get the order and supply it. That's all. Most of them are not keeping the proper books of accounts also. So they cannot get the benefit of out of the analysis or financial data culture. So also they don't know the technology introduced in the market because they are lack of knowledge. They are only part of, always they are part of amongst their unit only. They don't go beyond their boundary. So you are the person who can best to help them. And as a cost accountant, cost and management accountant, our job is not to help financially or money on for taxation purpose. Our purpose for consultation also. It is a big part, and if we do not give them any help or do not know the how to help them, then we cannot go. So we can, if we learn the art of helping, art of different scheme, art of the different techniques, then we can obviously help them, and there will be a boon for MSME sectors. Next point is analysis of pros and cons of different modernization. There are different methods of modernization, but you have to analyze them. Again, keeping in view the requirement, size, nature of the business, because all modernization is not applicable for all the units. Next, provide analysis of data or information to corrective decision making in the following area. You have to analyze the data or information from the unit itself and analyze in the following areas. What are the areas? Revenue management, number one, which is very vital. Capacity optimization, and which is also very essential for profit maximization. Cost synergy, that means where saving can be done after merging the one or two companies. Brand positioning, that means how to improve the brand value to its custom, to their customer. Project monitoring, CPM part, project completion, that means when the order gets and when the order completes and supply. Overall equipment effectiveness. These are the specific information or data you have to collect. For overall equipment efficiency, you have to go to ISO, industrial organization of standardization. So you have to go through the different data and get as much as possible information and collect from market, that means from internet or from your own source, so that you can give them correct analysis in the above aspects, and they can be benefited out of that. Next, consultation for integrated infrastructural facilities, advice for modern testing facility and quality certification. These are the part of the improvement, and you have to give them consulting of modern management practice, help in entrepreneurship development, support for product development, etc. Helps in welfare and artisan workers. Artisan workers means who are making ornament, example, who are making ornaments, who are doing some artwork, pots, and who are doing teddy bear. These are all artisans and workers, and for their welfare, you can also help them. They are also come under MSME units. Better access to domestic and export market, consultation for cluster-wise measurement. Government has cluster-wise infrastructure development facilities, and you have to consult them that which infrastructure facility or which cluster facility they have to take. These are the main points which I think you have to go through it, and step by step you have to proceed one by one, because you cannot do all the things at a time. So take your time, study the units, or note down the challenges, actual challenges they are facing, find out, study the different MSME schemes and government benefits, and then consult them in different aspects where they need. Now, different app, sometimes ago, I told them the strategic management techniques. Now, the point has come. The techniques to be used by a CMA in MSME units. What are the different techniques? I will discuss one by one. But first, I list out the techniques and then I will give one by one explanation for your easy understanding. Number one, resource planning. Resource planning. Second is cost control and cost optimization. Third is budgetary control. Lean manufacturing tools. MSME working capital management. Value engineering. Angel investment. Scheme for National Small Scale Industrial Corporation. These are the tools or techniques, whichever is you call, you have to take if you want to change the situation of MSME units. I will go one by one. Number one, resource planning. Now, anyone can ask, what are the resources? Here, resource means not only money. Here, resource means money, that means fund, that means manpower, that means machinery, that means equipments, that means raw materials, that means other items of cost which they are needed for production or rendering services. So a cost and management accountant should focus for resource planning. What are the points? Maximum resource utilization. If you think what is maximum resource utilization, I'll tell you. Maximum means utmost practical utilization of resources, not ideal resources. Because no one can achieve the ideal resources. I'm giving one example. If a machine can produce per day 60,000 product, that is the as per literature supplied with the machine. But here are some points. A machine will not run throughout the year if there is one shift only, or two shifts only, or even three shifts. There must be some gap, some idle time, which you must recognize, because for shifting, one person go, another person come, there's a time lag to pick up the thing. After, machine can break down, machine can be overhauling, machine can be stopped for electricity cut down. Every aspect you have to consider in a normal routine work. And after analyzing it, it will come under past experience. And if you deduct that time of losses from the capacity, that means which is come under through literature, that is installed capacity, you will get maximum capacity of a particular machine. So you have to use that maximum utilization of that machine. You have to utilize maximum money, fund. Out of that, you can get benefit. Maximum usage of fund means you should not keep idle the fund anytime, and you should run after to inject the fund always into the business, so that business, any work, any purchase or any development cannot suffer for want of money. You also have to ensure that machine should not be idle for want of operator. You should not allow any bottleneck in procurement of raw materials. These are the examples. There are a lot of examples I can cite, but due to time constraint, these are the main point you have to consider for maximum resource utilization. If you exercise all these things, so it will be benefited for the organization. Next, another point you have to ensure on-time delivery. On-time delivery means you have to stick to delivery schedule. If the client wants it 25th December, you must deliver within 24th December, so that customer cannot be lose, or customer's work cannot be hampered due to your late delivery. In this way, if you do not maintain the delivery schedule, you will lose the client or customer. So you have to adhere to the time schedule of the delivery. On budget delivery. On budget delivery means, it does not mean product at any cost. It means produce product at minimum cost. That means, as far as practicable, you have to produce the item on the budget fixed for that particular product, so that the maximum profit can be drawn, can come from that particular product by selling that particular product. Predictable work timelines. Fix the delivery delivery schedule, keeping in view the estimated time of workflow. If you do not predict how much time is required to finish the product, you cannot commit for a scheduled delivery. Or without that, you can commit and fail. So you have to predict, and that too scientifically. Here comes under our purview time and motion study and idle time cost analysis, etc., etc. So if you have to analyze and you have to predict the time of completion of a particular product. Improve workflow. Improve workflow means right people at right work at right time. A person who is very right, very energetic, very experienced, but you put it in the wrong machine, what will come? He will not perform best. Or if a person cannot do in night shift, you put him in the night shift, he will not be able to work as desired. So the very important thing is right people at right work at right time. This three right comes together, the improved workflow, and definitely it will give the result. Next, bridge the capacity gap. What does it mean? Capacity gap means the install capacity and practical capacity or maximum capacity, whatever they call, you call. That is a gap. you should always try to reduce that gap so that the effective hours, productive hours can increase, and more production can be produced. More accurate estimates. For resource planning, you have to estimate, your estimation should be more accurate. You have estimated that in the November we require 10 lakhs. But in fact, when November comes, you saw that it will be 15 lakhs is required. What is your estimation? Your estimation has gone wrong, and you need a lakh of 5 lakhs, and for that lakh of 5 lakhs, major works will be hampered. So, as far as practicable, your resource planning must be accurate. And for a cost and management accountant, I don't think that is very difficult to estimate accurately of resource planning. I don't think so. So we can do it. Next point is cost control or cost optimization. The very crucial part of this webinar. Cost control or cost optimization. If your cost is, just a few minutes back I told that produce at any cost, not produce at minimum cost. Minimum cost means you have to optimize your cost structure. How can you do it? You have to analyze the input cost, that is material consumption, utilities, that is power, water, fuel, wages and salaries, factory overhead, depreciation, selling expenses, financial expenses, administrative expenses, royalty, know-how, taxation, etc. These are the cost elements you have to be focused. Now, how you can focus on these elements? As a cost and management accountant, we have several tools to find out the ways and means how to control the cost, how to optimize the cost. There is a marginal costing technique. There is a standard costing technique. You could have analyzed the pattern of different cost elements. You could have fixed the benchmarking of the different elements. You should compare the cost with another unit of similar nature of operation. There are various techniques for cost optimization, and I need not go in detail for cost optimization because it is our core subject and everybody knows this. Next, budgetary control. This is also our core subject. Budgetary control. As the MSME units are have less money, working capital, limited working capital. So, budgetary control, rather strict budgetary control is very, very essential. Otherwise, your project will not run properly. You can exercise. And I think most of the MSME units I have visited, I asked them whether you are a budget. Sir, what is budget? How can it be prepared? कैसे बजट बनाना है? कैसे बनाऊंगा? हम लोग कुछ मालूम नहीं. हमारा एक बीकॉम पास लड़का है, वो केवल भाउचिंग करता टैली में. This much they are telling. So, if you break your head for this line of action, definitely they will get benefited. Now, before going in detail for budget preparation of budget, we have to first know what are the elements present resources or present item of cost are available. That means what are the present amount of working capital, what are the number of manpower in different categories, what are the different machineries and what are their functions, training facilities, what are the available training facilities, what are the modernization facilities available in the factory. So you have to first learn the existing situation. Only if after knowing, you can be able to guide them or prepare the budget. Start from production and delivery schedule. You have to first fix the target of production and delivery and dispatch, and fix the delivery schedule. Which material, how much per month we have to deliver, how much you have to produce, and how much will be your closing stock or opening stock. These are to be first chalk out. This is a quantitative estimation, and without this estimation, budget cannot be prepared. Because if you go through the past, prepare the budget on past accounting data, you will be wrong. You should go, or rather you should implement zero-based budgeting here. Zero-based budgeting means don't see previous aspect. Start from new slate. Start from number of production to be produced to this year, number of the orders in hand, what are the delivery schedules, and like this, what are the supply chain, what are the procurement standard. These are all quantitative data you have to collect before estimation. Next, quantify the requirement of manpower, raw materials, different cost elements that added to the above production and delivery schedule. That means first you have decided how much production you have to going to produce this year, how much product you have to deliver. According to that, in different department, that means production department, dispatch department, maintenance department, in each and every department, you have to assess the number of manpower required, raw materials required for the production, and keeping in opening stock and closing stock. You have to fix the different cost elements. That means how much water is required, if required, how much diesel is required, how much raw material, how much explosives is required, how much other materials or ingredients are required. You have to assess each and every small element of the ingredient or input in quantitative term. Then you have to convert this quantity to value. How? You have to correct the current market price of the different inputs and multiply the quantity required with the market price. You will get the value of that particular ingredient or particular resources. Then prepare machine-wise or department-wise or plant-wise budget. Don't go as a company as a whole. Break it down. Departmental, machine-wise, plant-wise, or shade-wise, as far as practicable. To prepare the budget. And after that, consolidate that budget for organization as a whole. It is not only a art of preparation of the budget, it also a skill which we have. A cost and management accountant is, I am definite that they are having that ability, that skill, how to prepare the detailed budget. I'm not talking about traditional budget. That is 5% more than previous year's expenditure, 10% less of the previous year. That is not the budget. That is only paperwork, and that is only a farce. I don't think that is a budget. Budget is to be this, which we have to complete start from 0, ending to the 100. Next, after preparation, we have to break it down monthly, machine-wise, plant-wise, every department-wise budget, you have to break it down monthly, so that in each and every month, you will have a budget for that particular machine or for that particular department or for particular plant. After 1 month go, and this exercise should be done before the starting of the financial year. Otherwise, it is of no use. If you prepare like this, and after April, completion of April month, you compare the budget of April with the actual of April, you will get some variances. Because budget is always budget. The competency level, it depends the competency level of the person who are preparing the budget. One of my assistant who are working in my firm recently joined a multinational company, Young India Company Limited, and he is telling that, sir, there is no budget in company. How I will control the cost? You can't control the cost without the budget. And first you start the budget right now, and then for next year you prepare the budget in the February itself, so that you can control the cost from April itself. For this year, it is gone. It is too late for preparing the budget. And I also advise him, if there is any help required, you please telephone me, I will guide you. Because he is my best junior and I love him very much. I'll tell you all the participants, if you have any difficulties to help the MSME sectors or stuck in any point, you just ring me. I will help you without any hindrance. I'm here to help the MSME sectors. I'll also help you if you want. Next, after analyzing the variances, we have to take the corrective actions for the next month. If required, you can revise the budget for the future months, so that in next 11 months, it will be more or less accurate to the actuals. Next point is lean manufacturing tools. Lean means thin, patla, without fat. What we will do to reduce our weight loss? We will go to the gym or we will do some exercise to reduce our extra fat, extra weight. Here also, you have to exercise that concept to reduce, eliminate the waste. So what is lean manufacturing? It's a methodology which minimizes the waste within the manufacturing process for continuous improvement. For continuous improvement, you must do exercise continuously to minimize the waste. Up. Now the question comes, what are the waste? Waste does not mean the scrap materials. Waste means waste. It means waste of time. It means waste of fund. Anything. Waste means anything which does not add value to the production. If a material does not add the value to the production, we have to reconsider the design and methodology of the production process, so that waste can be eliminated. So where you can find the waste. You can find the waste in overproduction, transportation, inventory, defect, overprocessing, movement, waiting. These are the points, these are the place where you can find the waste. A lean manufacturing is alone is a full day webinar, and 2.5 hours is required to explain detail all the technique. But I am just guiding you. If you are interested, request WIRC to learn these tools and these techniques. I will ready to help you. I am ready to take the classes. But because it is in the platform of WIRC, I am helpless that I cannot take at my own. They have to give me the class and I will take this. Now, what are the different tools in the lean manufacturing? That is 5S, JIT, just in time, fishbone analysis, Kaizen, Kanban, visual control, SOP, etc. These are the techniques. And I think I'll tell that I can take 2.5 hours, more than 2.5 hours for describing the lean manufacturing tool. But time is constrained for today. So I am just touching this point, techniques, so that you can aware of the fact that in what extent you have to learn or well equip yourself to be a game changer for MSME units. Next, vital important is MSME working capital management. There are different systems or different ways: overdraft, check discounting, cash credit, bill discounting, or factoring, securitization, MSME receivable. These are the working capital management techniques and tools. Again, it is another 2.5 hours process to describe each and everyone. So I just touched this point to give you the outlook where you have to focus and how you will develop yourself to be a game changer for MSME units. That's all. For detail, you must request to WIRC so that they can give me the class. I will take the class one by one. No problem. Next, performance management, OEE, overall equipment efficiency. What are the overall equipment efficiency? It means an equipment or machinery must run effectively. Here also, again, one thing, remember that effective use or effective utilization of capacity is not synonymous. If a machine utilized throughout the day, but not effectively, that means the way it is desired, it is not performing. Then there's no value of that utilization. So for overall effective efficiency, you have to collect some data. Data means some financial data, some non-financial data. Financial data, where from you get? From statutory financial record. Non-financial data from ISO. That means International Organization for Standardization. There are documentation, and you have to collect from that documentation the non-financial data. Now, overall equipment efficiency or OE measures how well a manufacturing operation is utilized. That means how best you can utilize your operation. Operation means facilities available, time and material compared to full potential. That means there are two aspects. One aspect is your practical running of operation, and another is full potential, estimated potential, maximum potential. You have to compare both. If you compare both, you will definitely see there is a gap between them. Why? Because what we predict that maximum performance will be like this, that cannot be actually happened. There must be some gap. And you have to find out that gap. How? Availability multiplied by performance multiplied by quality. Again, it is a full day webinar. So I'm not going into details, but just touching the point. Availability of the process, performance, how they are performing, and what is the quality. Here, quality means it can be for a machine, for production line, or for an entire production facility. It can be helpful for identifying the losses for benchmarking process, which I have already told, and improving the productivity and manufacturing equipment, eliminating waste. This is the technique which a cost and management accountant should implement if he want to improve the any unit, not only MSME unit, but also for larger unit also. It is a technique, very well-known technique, overall effective efficiency, operational efficiency. Another technique is very well-known technique is value engineering. Value means value of goods or product or services. Value is the ratio of function to cost. How the value is calculated? It is the ratio of function to cost. So you should calculate the value of any function or process by function divided by cost. Function divided by cost. That means the value of the function divided by cost introduced. This is the value. Again, it is a very deep subject. I'm just outlined the technique. Now, what are the different techniques? First, you have to identify and analyze the functions of the product. What are the different functions? That means you have to break down the entire production process. And each and every process to complete the product is a function. And you have to analyze that function. How much time it is required? What are the wasteful in the process? How much time is required? What are the raw materials that are required? What is the substitute of that raw material? Investigating the value of each function involved. You have to investigate the value of the each function. It means you have to evaluate all the functions in monetary term or some other term, so that you can compare or you can have the result for eliminating waste and increase the value addition. Conceptual invention and alternative solution. If you study the function, you will see that you can do it in a better way by introducing that machine, or you can do this work by replacing that X with Y. Y can do better this work instead of X. So these are the combination part of the alternative solution. When we purchase go to a doctor generally writes 2 or 3 medicines. If this is available, you purchase it. If this is not, this is purchased. These are the alternative medicines. Here also, we have to find out the alternative solutions of a product function or product process, so that we can always continuously improve, add value to the process, and by turn increase the profitability. Next, implementation of the best evaluated alternative solution. After evaluation, you have to implement the best evaluated solution so that your organization can be benefited out of your exercise. This is in a nutshell of value engineering. This is a rough idea. And if I have the scope, I'll give lectures to 3 hours on value engineering itself. Next point is angel venture. Angel venture means it is an alternative way of financing. Generally, some people are coming to help you financially against equity. I think all of you, most of you, seen the Shark Tank. What is the idea behind Shark Tank? The program, the famous program. Shark Tank, what they do? They did financing against the equity or against interest. That means something has to, they invest amount in that particular industrial company. Against that, they earn profit or they earn interest. They are called angel investor. And angel investor primarily come for startup. Also, they can primarily they can only source of finance itself. That means, what does it mean? If a new company is coming, it is very money, and he is not getting government loan, but he does not want to go to government loan. He are searching for angel investor. And here comes the role of angel investor. They are putting the money in that company. Obviously, after seeing the potentiality of the business and take the benefit of dividend or interest. And angel investor only involved in early stages. But for their perspective, for angel investor perspective, angel investor does not go beyond 10% of equity, because he does not know how the company will run. They will take risk 10%, 10%, 20% like this. And you will see in that subtime, 2% equity, 3% equity, starting from that after bargaining, they are fixing 10 to 15%. But angel investor can also invest for a long term, that is 3 to 5 years. After rolling out of the fund organization, they will withdraw their money and invest another venture. Not only they help in financial terms, they can also help in expertise and their experience. They can help. You see, in short time, they are also want to help in some cases with their expertise, with their team of marketing, marketability, etc. So this is the one way of alternative financing of MSME units. Angel investment, angel venture. Last one is National Small Scale Industries Corporation, NSIC. I'll show you NSIC website first. Are you able to see? This is the MSME mart, global mart. This is the site, NSIC site. And from this site, you can get marketing tools and marketing platform for MSME units. This is only for MSME units. So, National Small Scale Industries Corporation have different scheme. The different scheme is for marketing support, consortia and tender marketing. They are creating a platform for that is GEM portal, Government Equipment Portal, e-procurement portal, GEM portal. Like that, they have also prepared a portal for MSME units, only for marketing purpose. Single point registration. There are only a point of registration, but it will against money. You have to, though it is a very small amount, but you have to pay for that. Here you will different scheme, single point registration, MSME global B2B web portal for MSME. This is only B2B portal, not for client. Sell your service or product to a business unit, you will, the best portal is this. Exhibition and technology fair, buyer seller meets, credit support, financing for procurement of raw material short term, financing of marketing activities short term, credit facility through bank, technology support. These are the scheme, helping scheme points and area where they can help. So every MSME unit should register under NSIC so that they can get the benefit of marketing. It is a open to all for all MSME units, giving a token amount of money, and we will get a platform for promoting your product or selling our product or getting tenders from different buyers. So it's a very good tools Government of India has launched, and I think all of you, if you have MSME clients, must suggest for registering in NSIC. Thank you for patience hearing me and wishing to see you again.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful conversation, sir.
Over to Ujanka.
Hello, sir.
Yes, right. Presentation is over.
Thank you so much,
If
sir.
there is any question, take it. Is there any question from anybody?
Hello.
Ujanka,
Hello, sir.
I think
Sir.
there is no question.
Okay, sir. Then
Hello.
we will conclude, sir.
Yeah,
Hello.
go for conclusion.
So one second, sir. There is one question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, kindly arrange to share the PPT to the
Yes,
participants.
I'll share it to the
provided my mail
WRC,
ID.
and it will be shared through all of you.
Okay, I request WIRC admin for sharing. I am Vidyut Basu. I have provided my mail ID. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. We will share, sir.
Welcome. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Priyanka, please conclude. Hello?